Ladies, hello! Look at my surroundings. So today I'm not doing a live, but I thought that I'd bring you into my surroundings. And the reason for me hopping on and sharing some more details with you here today is to sort of tell you that stress is really impacting all of our lives. So today is my de-stress day. Today I'm spending quality time with my husband and we are just lying around, chilled, cool, and just relaxing and reading. We all need that. So my first question to you is, when last did you take a day off where you completely relaxed? Now, if you are new to my group, I am Loma. I think of myself as the gut goddess, and I help menopausal women to reclaim their lives. And we do this by looking at our gut health so that we can have abundance of energy. But earlier this morning, I shared a post where I spoke about 3 pillars that I work with in my practice. And in recent weeks, I've been talking a lot about gut health because gut health is really important for menopausal women. As we all go through all these changes and imbalances of our hormones, and that impacts our entire bodies. And when we start looking at our gut health, we can improve that. Lots of other things shift. But today and continuously forward from here, I'm going to be talking about the 3 pillars that I believe in, and that's why I look at menopause from a holistic point of view. The first, and if you look at the post that I shared this morning, I thought that I'd share that with you because many of my clients say, "Oh, Loma, I am so tired. I used to have lots of energy, but all of a sudden I'm really tired." And for some of my clients, early morning, as soon as they open their eyes, they feel really tired. They say, "But I thought I slept and I'm so tired." For some, later in the afternoon, they feel after lunch that they're really tired. And for some, 5-6 o'clock, they feel that they have to make dinner, but they can't keep their eyes open. So menopausal women across the board struggle with these feelings of just being completely tired and lethargic, no energy. So read the post that I wrote this morning. It is on the biological side, the psychological side, and the social side, and the reasons for us feeling so tired. Now, what I want to chat to you about today is the possible 3 mistakes that you are making, and that is why you are so tired. So the first one, let's look at the biology and the anatomy of all of us being menopausal. So you already know that there's a decrease in estrogen, and that affects many things. Now, on a biological side, the first mistakes most of my clients are making is food-wise. They are either eating too late and too heavy, and therefore they see that there is a problem when they are sleeping. They are eating too much throughout the day, and this will include sugar and caffeine. They are not staying dehydrated. All of this has an impact. And the other thing that is quite interesting is most of my clients say that they have an irregular sleeping pattern. So what is your sleeping pattern? Do you go to bed at the same time every night, or are you up and down on your screen? What are you doing? So if one of those mistakes are being made by you, we can fix it. The next pillar is on the psychological level. I shared a few weeks ago, I shared a very interesting article to show that 40% of perimenopausal women actually suffer from anxiety. So sometimes when anxiety and depression is not treated, this can have an effect on your sleeping pattern. And mood. What is your mood like by the time you go to bed? Because mood also has a massive impact. And mood can then lead to all sorts of weird thoughts. You are over anxious, you think of the strangest things, and therefore you cannot fall asleep, or when you wake up, those thoughts come right back. And another very interesting thing that I see with many of my clients is self-talk. How do you speak to yourself? If we are very negative and critical of ourselves, that has an influence on your sleeping pattern. And then the last one is on a social level. I must say that I am frequently reading posts from women that are menopausal, and sometimes when I read these posts, I am shocked to see how they feel that they have absolutely no support. So if you are in a situation where no one understands and where you have a complete lack of understanding and support for your situation, this can impact on your sleep. Think a little bit. Where are you stressed most? Is it at work if you are still working, or is it at home? And what can you do with that? Because from a psychological perspective, stress and chronic stress can really influence what is happening on the social side. Are you fighting more? Is there just sort of more things in your relationship, not only with a spouse and children, but people at work, that is creating this for you? So I wanted to jump on and say, if you are just looking at one of these three pillars, think about it a little bit more, because you really throughout menopause have to think of all three. If you are doing work and you are really doing internal sort of inspection, and then you'll find that these three really work well together. Now, the last thing that I want to leave you with is my coach has got this challenge going. She lives in the south of Australia, where it's currently really cold, so obviously not my sort of heat and surroundings. But she's challenging all of us to take a cold shower every morning. And the reason is not just to feel cold water and for the health benefits. The reason is that we have to challenge ourselves with new habits. And when we feel really uncomfortable and we don't want to do things, we often come up with the most amazing excuses on why we don't want to do this or why we can't do this. So thinking back of the pillars, just biologically, food and your food choices, psychologically, where you are on your stress levels, socially, what is happening in your relationships and how can you change it. A new habit will help you to make these changes within all three of these. And this morning I really had to laugh at myself. Now, as you know, I live in the UAE, and as you can see, it's beautiful, but it's hot, 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 hot. When I'm finished with this video, the first thing I'm doing is I'm jumping right into the cold pool. So for me, a cold shower at this point in the summer is a fantastic idea. And yet, when I open the tap in the morning and I think, oh, I'm going to get into the cold water, I also think, oh no, why shouldn't I? Let's just make it warm. But this morning I really laughed at myself when I opened the tap and I felt the water and it was cold, and I thought of her voice, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was, flex this muscle, flex this muscle. And if we are flexing this muscle of change and doing new things and creating new habits, new routines, then we are actually able to do it. So how are you flexing your muscle? I hope that when you get into the shower tomorrow morning, you hear my voice and you go, ooh, flex this muscle. Wherever you are in the world, take that cold shower, because by doing that consistently, you can prove to yourself that you can actually form a new habit, even when you are in your 50s and even when you are going through menopause. So, if you are watching this, thanks for watching. Please send it a heart, a thumbs up, make a comment, ask a question so that we can really boost this algorithm. And when we boost it, other women can also see this. They can learn from us. They can share their tips and tools. And always, I try and circle back to those questions and I try and help you with it. If you are struggling with anything within these three pillars and you've never really given it much thought, why don't you reach out? I will leave my link, Calendly link, at the bottom of this video, and reach out. Let's chat. Let's see where you are, with what you are struggling. It is possibly not something within all three, but once you start working on it, you might realize there is something that you can work and that we can address within all three ways. So reach out, let me see how I can make a difference for you and help you to see things a little bit different. My approach is different. So if you are looking for something different because you have tried everything you've read on the internet without any luck and any positive changes, I might just be your person. I hope to hear from you soon, and we'll chat again. Bye!